It's MPJ time, and we're back! Welcome, rock fans from all around the world. I'm Nigel. Welcome to my cohorts today. We are lacking the usual gang, but we have Chris, of course, returning. And we have a new podcaster with us today, all the way from Holland. It's our friend Pete. Hi, Pete.
Hi, everybody. All the way from the Netherlands. Hello.
Hello. Welcome. So,
thank you.
It's fair to say that your taste in music urges more towards the Simon and Will, who you're not here today, obviously, and you're a bit of a metalcore fan. And is that right to say, or would you describe your taste as pretty varied?
It is really, really eclectic. My taste ranges from the music you'll hear in Fallout, which is like 100-year-old jazz and that sort of thing, big band music. Love Pink Floyd, of course, which you know, my favorite bands, but. Yeah, if I wake up in the morning and I pick a song that I'm going to listen to on the way to work, you know, it's probably some screaming deathcore music. Like, so yeah, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wide. It's pretty bad.
So but you're going to go on a journey with us because you're going to be obviously listening to lots of different types of music, but metalcore obviously at its core because that's what this bunch love. Well, maybe not all of us. Not all of us appreciate the screeching, bleeding years of the.
It's not for everyone. It is not for everyone.
It's fair to say, chaps, that this month are not just with the 8 albums that we are reviewing. So just to give you our lineup: Manntra, Spirit Box, Coed and Cumbria, Alien Weaponry, Pop Evil, Under Oath, Rory, Mumford & Sons. Quite a variation on that score. Dare to say. It's been a really good month, hasn't it, in terms of albums? Really good. Been quite. And on the other 8 that we did with the other lot, that was also pretty cool as well. In fact, it's fair to say that we built an extension to the Hall of Fame called the Golden Halls, and I've created a legendary status, top 15 albums. And yesterday, Dorothy, with the album This Way, got 4.8. It was. Very good album. Will something get there? Well, today we're going to start with Manntra and their new album Titans. Now, Manntra have passed us before, almost got into a Hall of Fame with their album Creature, got 3.87. So let's find out. If you want to hear more about Manntra, because they're an Eastern European band, go and check out the blurb below the video, down below. And while you're there, hey, hit the like and subscribe button, why don't you? So, Manntra, Titans. Chris, what do you think?
So I don't think I was in the podcast when you did Manntra previously, so I'd not heard of them before. But yeah, it was a decent heavy metal offering with a little bit of folk in there as well. Just a couple of tracks where they brought in some of the interesting instruments as well. I quite liked there's a contrast in styles, so you get a certain amount of almost choral sort of background music coming in alongside the lead singer, which in a lot of songs was really interesting. And a couple of them felt a little bit like they tacked it on afterwards rather than necessarily being in the room at the same time, which was a little bit strange. But yeah, I really seemed to like it. It sort of ran out of steam a little bit towards the end. There's a couple of unfortunately named forgotten tracks towards the end that feels like they sort of were and then thrown in towards the last minute. But yeah, there was a lot of character to it. It didn't stand out as great though. It was a good album and I would listen to it again, but I couldn't pick anything that is, I wouldn't say it's a great album. It's not something for a Hall of Fame, for example.
Pete! Welcome to the show. Now, this is industrial folk metal from Eastern Europe. I bet you weren't expecting that when you picked up that list.
No, definitely was not expecting that. Also, not something I would choose to listen to. Folk metal is one of the things that's really not my cup of tea. But I was just really listening to what Chris was saying. I was nodding a lot, like, yep. That's pretty much in line with my feelings here. It's good. Like it surprised me in that sense, as in like, oh, even though this is not my thing, I'm really enjoying listening to this anyhow. Considering that, I'd say it's a job well done to get me on board with this. It's not very much outspoken, which is also kind of what Chris was saying. It's like I get the feeling that this would be great when you're hanging out with your mates, having a beer, it would be great. So just, it's got a nice vibe to it, but it's not really out there.
So, half our panel are missing today. Simon, congratulations, has just he's not giving birth, but he's just welcomed Rupert to the family, bless him, so probably not having much sleep. Will's drunk in some ditch somewhere, and the lovely rock chick Trish, who's always here, is on holidays. I'm just going to quickly, she's left a load of cliff notes here, and I kind of like some of the things you said about this. The album is of titanic proportions. It's fast-paced, gritty vocals, harmonised with females' vocals to produce a perfect balance. I love the Moroccan-like edginess feel to the music, creating an atmosphere to the album. So for her, it was an enjoyable listen and taken Manntra up a level in her eyes. Pure class, and they are titans themselves. For me, I know, right? For me,
well done, Trish.
Well done, Trish. Yeah. For me, it was right up my alley. I absolutely adore this album. I love the choral, because she's got a real. If his voice was it was just his voice, and I think on the previous album, there wasn't enough balance there with that choral, and I think you've described it quite well, Chris. As that choral vocal that just blended with it absolutely perfectly. It balanced it out perfectly, and it had that industrial, and then it had a little bit of symphonic kind of metal in there as well, which is, as you all know, I absolutely adore. This album was absolutely terrific. I loved it. I just loved it. I loved that pure balance of that, and of that bringing lots of different instruments into it, the choral backing with his really gritty voice, and he had to go a gritty voice. Fantastic. Loved it. One of my favourite albums of the year so far. And I have a lot of favourite albums, though, if I'm brutally honest. But there we go. So was it good enough? Well, we don't know yet what Will and Simon and everybody else is going to say. Will it be good enough? And don't forget, we got 6 votes. Only 5 count. We dropped one. So will it be enough to get into Hall of Fame? Will it be enough? You're going to get 4.3 and above to get into the new Golden Hall extension that I've recently built. Apparently, they were saying yesterday I didn't ask for planning permission. But there we go. Let's find out, shall we? Chris, let's start with you.
So this got a 3.5 from me. As I say, it was good, but those 2 forgotten tracks just kind of dragged it down a little bit, I'm afraid.
Pete.
Yeah, close to mine. I went for the flat 3.
Flat 3. Oh, it's above average.
Yeah.
Bad start. Will and Simon matched Chris's 3.5s with 3.5s itself. Trish give it a 5. What a shock. But she's given a lot of 5s this month, not surprisingly. So if I give it a 4 or more, it's going to get into the Hall of Fame. And no surprise, it's a 5 off me. Oh, I mean, it's without any shadow of a doubt. Loved it. 20.5. 4.1 gets into our Hall of Fame. Congratulations. It's a much better album than the previous one from that perspective. So well done to those guys. So who knows? Will it get into our Album of the Year review show? I doubt it. It might get through the wild card. Who knows? You never know. But congratulations to Manntra. Cracking album. What a start. What a start. Thank you very much to everybody. Hit the like and subscribe button and tune in for our next episode for the amazing next album that we are doing, which will be Spirit Box. Thank you very much. Goodbye for now, everybody. Ta-da!